Icardi wins the derby for Inter.
Icardi 1-0 Inter.
And that may be the game.
Icardi with certainty.
Obiang's found it. It's Icardi again. He scored again. It's a double
for Icardi into the top corner, and he is as sharp as vinegar with this finish. Take a look at this again. There's no chance for Buffon. He sees it blaze past him upstairs and in the top corner from the ex-Barcelona youth fan. Obiang sees him. He's onside. It's a beautiful delivery. One touch to caress it in top corner. As I said, sharp as vinegar.
This is the crazy and quite frankly mad career of Mauro Icardi. Icardi began his career with Vecindario in Gran Canaria, and he was prolific for his first club, scoring over 50 goals at youth level and known for his lethal finishing and positioning in the box. He was very much a sought after talent. At the time, there was a big battle between Spanish heavyweights Barcelona and Real Madrid, along with offers from a host of other Spanish sides, including Valencia, Sevilla, Espanyol, Deportivo, along with offers from English sides Arsenal and Liverpool. It was, however, Barcelona that won the race in 2007, with Icardi joining the famed La Masia Academy. The Argentine then spent 3.5 years playing for the Barcelona youth sides, where he met Maxi Lopez, more on that a little bit later, before he went on to join Serie A side Sampdoria in the 2011 January transfer window. Sampdoria then made the move permanent in the summer for €400,000 after Icardi impressed with the youth side in Italy. He went on to score 11 goals in 33 games for Sampdoria before making the move to Inter Milan, and here is when the fun starts. Now, as briefly mentioned there, Icardi and fellow Argentine Maxi Lopez met playing in La Masia Academy before the pair went on to once again play alongside each other at Sampdoria. Now, it's said that they were close, enjoying a good friendship, with Lopez inviting Icardi to his house on multiple occasions and on trips away with the family, but that all very much came to an end after it emerged that Icardi and Lopez's wife Wanda Nara had been having an affair. Seen as a big betrayal, Icardi was pretty much frozen out of the Argentine national team for a number of years, although it's said that he was also held back. It depends on who you speak to. Lopez went on to divorce Wanda after everything came to light, and this led to Icardi and Wanda tying the knot themselves just 5 months later. Icardi and Lopez met in what is now dubbed the Wanda Derby when Inter played Sampdoria in 2013, and there is now the infamous photo of Lopez blanking Icardi and refusing to shake hands. Lopez then did the same thing a few years later, playing for Torino. Now, after Icardi married Wanda, he obviously felt that nicking Maxi Lopez's wife was not brutal enough. Just 1 month after their wedding, he went and got some controversial tattoos done with the names of Lopez and Wanda's kids on his arm. It's worth mentioning too at this point that Icardi made Wanda Nara his agent. Now, the couple's relationship has for many years been very controversial, with the pair splitting up multiple times before patching things up. And in 2021, Wanda went on Instagram seemingly directing a story she posted at Icardi, stating, "Ruined another family for a slut." Now, they've often accused one another of cheating, especially over the past 3 years, and it just seems that they're never outside of the news. The pair of them also burned their furniture outside their house in Lake Como at the start of one of these breakups, as well as Icardi annoying all of his clubs with the behaviour when it comes to his ex-wife. He's also annoyed his current club Galatasaray when he flew to his native Argentina to confront Nara over a music video that she appeared in, whilst she also ran a poll on her social media to see if she should stay with Icardi or stay apart. Now, let's also not forget the kidnapping claims. The striker and his wife/agent have been with human trafficking. Right, just get that round your head. Human trafficking. After their former housekeeper accused them of enslaving her, forcing her to sleep on the floor of a utility room and go days without food. Now the woman, who's only known as Carmen, says the couple confiscated her phone and her passport, failed to pay her for 3 years of work, left her on her own at their house in rural Italy where she ran out of food and was forced to live off old bags of rice for days. That is just mad. So yeah, just a normal week for the Icardis, who by the way deny all of those charges. We don't want to be sued, thank you. And as of right now, 2023, the pair are separated. Now when you look at the stats, Icardi should really be an Inter Milan hero with his 111 goals in 188 games for the Nerazzurri. And for a short time, he was. By the end of the 2015 campaign, Inter's Tifosi chanted his name, hailing their new goal-scoring superstar. Only a year later did things soon turn, as Icardi wrote his now infamous autobiography, Sempre Avanti. In it, Icardi relives an episode from the 2014-15 season. After a 3-1 defeat away to Sassuolo, he had gone with Freddie Guarani to face the Ultras who travelled to the game. Now during a heated exchange, he handed over his shirt only to have it thrown back at him. Now Icardi was seen cursing at some of these Ultras, but after heading down the tunnel, he later returned with more teammates for what appeared to be more a friendly dialogue. Now the whole affair had largely been forgotten until it popped up in the pages of his book. Now I'm quoting Icardi here. "I took off my shirt and shorts and gave them to a kid. It's a shame that a head ultra flew over to him, took the shirt from his hands and threw it after me with disgust. In that instance I was beside myself. I would have punched him for that bastard's gesture he just pulled. So I started to insult him harshly. Piece of shit, you act the big man and all powerful with a little kid to show off in front of the curver. You should only be ashamed. You should all be ashamed." After saying that, I threw the shirt in his face, and in that moment everything kicked off like the world was ending. Icardi then goes on to claim that in the changing room I was applauded like an idol, even if the club's directors expressed the fear the fans might wait outside his house for retribution. But I was clear. He continues, "I'm ready to face them one by one. Maybe they don't know that I grew up in one of these South American neighbourhoods with the highest rates of crime, and there was people killed in the street very often. How many of them are there? 50? 100? 200? Okay, record my message and let them hear it. I will bring 100 criminals from Argentina who will kill them on the spot." Inter's ultras then started to boo and whistle, including celebrating when Icardi missed a penalty against Cagliari. Imagine that. Your own team have got a penalty and you're celebrating that your striker has missed it. Crazy. One banner read, "You use a child to justify yourself and throw mud in our faces. You are not a man, you are not a captain, you are just a cowardly piece of shit." They don't mince these words, do they, these Italians? It's also worth noting that Icardi was stripped of his club captaincy after he and his then wife Wanda Nara made comments on the TV show Tiki Taka, criticising the Inter management. In response, Icardi refused to play in Inter's next game against Rapid Vienna in the UEFA Europa League. In the end, it was always destined to go one way. After Inter announced Icardi would not travel on the club's pre-season tour in 2019, they went and bought Romelu Lukaku. This pretty much signalled the end to Icardi's spell with the Italian side, and the Argentine striker then joined French super club PSG on a season-long loan deal. Now Icardi impressed in his first season in Paris, scoring 5 Champions League goals in 7 games, being their top goal scorer in the competition, and 7 goals in all other comps. At the end of the campaign, he was part of the PSG side that lifted a domestic treble and reached a Champions League final where he was an unused substitute. 2022 though was arguably the worst season of his career, netting just 5 goals for PSG in a season hit by injuries and poor performances. And it's safe to say, after that 2019 season, things steadily have gone downhill for the Argentine striker. In September of 2022, Icardi swapped France for Turkey as he signed a 1-year loan deal with Galatasaray, and so far he's done pretty well, scoring 9 goals in 15 games for Gala. Now it's yet to be seen what comes next for Mauro Icardi. At 30 years of age, his best days are most likely behind him, but there's no doubt that he can still score goals at the top level, and should another European club take a chance of the Argentine rediscovering his best form and scoring goals, something that it's very hard to come by for a lot of European clubs. But will they be put off by the steep decline in his performance, along with all the drama that seems to follow him? It's yet to be seen. At the end of his career though, will he be another one of those what could have been footballers? I guess time will tell.